Are you tired of playing with or against some of the top meta options? Want a little shake up? Maybe that's your cup of tea, maybe not. For me, not so much. So let's have a little fun today. This video was originally about multiple builds and exotics, but halfway into it, this is gonna get its own. The other things I had planned are gonna be in another video. They're still fun, but I can guarantee you 100% you will find success with this right now and into the future. And when you see it, you're like, ah, yes, but there's a lot more depth here than you think. And I want to explain it to you. You think you're gonna know, but there's a ton going on. And to me, this is one of the most OP things in the game that no one uses. You see it only with one thing nowadays, and it's good. That's nowhere near its full potential. We have 3 layers to go over: the base, this season, and then beyond. But before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark's an extra layer of security for your photos, videos, all your personal stuff so no one can see it. It encrypts your data, keeps it safe, hides your true IP address, extremely easy to use. It sets you up with the closest server. I've used Surfshark in 5 different states, and every single closest server has had a fiber connection. And still, my favorite thing about it, it's the only privacy product that allows unlimited simultaneous devices. Your desktop, your phone, as many devices as you want. While gaming, you can game in full privacy and security. That includes big ones like hiding your IP in Discord, other chats, not have to worry about it. And also, a lot of people are still working from home. You can prevent ISP throttling from your provider and actually get faster speeds than what they're capping you at. Your protection is key, so use my code CoolGuy for 3 extra months free. There's a link down below right at the top of the description. And if for whatever reason you're unhappy, they do back a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself. With those 3 layers, I actually want to start with this season. Definitely the strongest it's ever been, and probably ever going to be. But the base of what it does is just as crazy, and then going into beyond. I did a review of Centrifuge, and a certain exotic pairing made it perform at a very high level, and a lot caught on. Still use it, but there's a lot more to that interaction. The Warlock's Getaway Artist. This exotic's probably the most slept on exotic for PvP in the game. It's always been good. Dynamic duo. Convert your arc grenade into an arc soul, become amplified. The arc soul functions as an autonomous turret. For this section of this season, right now, on the artifact mod, we have amped up. Stay amplified longer on an arc subclass. Electric armor. Damage resist while amplified. Shock and awe. While amplified, arc final blow summon a burst of lightning that damages and jolts. Then we also have lightning strikes twice. Authorized arc and melee mods, deeper origin, so improved nanotech, hunger, harmonic origin traits, more on that later. But just this combination, while you're amplified, you get 10% DR. So this means a 140 RPM hand cannon that originally does 70 does 63. They cannot 3-tap you with high resilience. So at a minimum, a 140 hand cannon is gonna have a 1.28 TTK on you. Minimum. That's just a 140. This artifact mod is massive DR. It's pretty much going to make all weapons that you go against take longer or require pure 100% crit ratio. So yeah, when using it with Centrifuge, it's nuts. But the real play is the Philotactic Spiral. Then there's that part of the artifact mod for Nanotech Tracer. That's where that comes into play. This season, pulse rifles at 0 aim assist got reduced auto aim angle by around 10%. So that's pretty much a direct shot at high impacts. So my role is enhanced keep away and head seeker. Head seeker's giving aim assist, keep aways helping accuracy and range. But this, let's remember, when you get an arc buddy up, the arc buddy wants to feed. As it gets hits, 11 damage per hit. And they come out in a 3 burst, so 33 damage. Each hit, it's giving you grenade energy back. Consume your grenade, become amplified, get the arc buddy out. You have DR with a high impact pulse that has a 0.67 TTK for a 2 burst. With Getaway Artist, you hit the 0.67 pretty much every single time. Now this has Head Seeker. That's adding in some damage, 33 per buddy hit. It's pretty much automatic. Then we start getting into, while being amplified, arc final blow summon a burst of lightning that damages and jolts. When you get that final blow in a group, the arc buddy's already looking to hit another target, and that target's gonna be jolted. And the arc buddy is also an arc ability, so if that gets a final blow, it will also proc that other part where it does the little lightning explosion and jolts anything around it. Straight up, one of the strongest things I've played with. Just the artifact mods, Arc Buddy, the Spiral, Arc Pulse. The 0.67 is near guaranteed. The DR makes it a lot tougher to take you out. The Arc Buddy has high uptime. That means you're going to be amplified a ton. That means you're going to have a high uptime on the DR. It's wild. So to round it out, I have on double arc targeting with an arc siphon because you're going to get some doubles. On the arms, double grenade kickstart. On getaway artist chest, I have triple arc unflinching. On the legs, recuperation, better already, and innervation. So when I pick up an orb that is nade energy, starts health regen, and gives a chunk of health. The class item, double bomber and reaper. The arc buddy tags gets the grenade really fast. So you clean all the in-between time up with double bomber and orb pickups. After you pop that rift, the next final blow is going to give you an orb. I'm using the flashbang grenade, 131 cooldown, and if you throw it for whatever reason, we have lightning strikes twice. We have lightning surge for the big jolt melee, electrostatic mine, so defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an ionic trace. So if the arc buddy gets a kill, if you down someone after they're jolted, it's going to get that trace. And when you get that trace, you're going to become amplified. For the fragments, amplitude, defeating targets while you're amplified creates an orb of power that will happen. Ions, defeating a jolted target creates an ionic trace. Feedback, taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. So that's for the plus 10 resilience on my part. We have recharge. While critically wounded, your melee and grenade recharges more quickly. I have 10 resilience. That's the best anti-flinch I could get with my triple unflinching. It's max resilience with DR. So that puts even more pressure to land crits on me. 7 recovery, 8 discipline, and you still want that discipline pretty high, because when you pair everything else for grenade energy, this flies. You can use anything you want as a pairing weapon. An interesting one's been Traveler's Chosen, because if you have it in your hand, consume the grenade, it's going to proc osmosis, that means it becomes arc. So you're amplified, Traveler Final Blows does the little explosion jolt, and then, whether you're amplified or not, just get a kill, do the reload, you're getting that much faster to your rift or your grenade. You pop the rift to get grenade, and so on. It is wild. Again, I can guarantee you will find success, but I do believe the key component is the spiral. High impact arc pulse, 0.67, near guaranteed. But you can also do Trinity Ghoul. If the arc buddy gets a tag, headshot's gonna take them out, and then you're amplified with the Trinity Ghoul perk, with final blows creating that little lightning and jolt, starts getting a little fun. There's Insidious, the 4-round burst arc pulse. We have trace rifles, Path of Least Resistance, Cold Heart. We have hand cannons, but that high impact pulse, it's pretty much guaranteeing the 0.67. And that leads us to the base. When those artifact mods go away, that does not take away this interaction. You get massive grenade gains with an arc buddy. You're gonna have it up a ton. When it lands 33 damage, it's a wrap. Like, that's it. So with Messenger, other high impact, Stars and Shadow, whatever, it's still going to do this basic lethal function. And to me, that base interaction has always been one of the strongest things in the game. It really has been. If you've never tried a high impact pulse with an arc buddy, go try it right now. You will see. Your TTK to theirs. And the arc buddy is going to help TTKs on other weapons as well. And then we have Beyond. Season 22 has the big range shakeup. High impact pulses are what, 39.5, 40 meters? So even the spiral that I've been using, it's near 100 range with that enhanced keep away, or something like Messenger, which is literally 100 range. Moving target grants aim assist, so it's helping combat that nerf that they recently got. Kill cliff for easier 2 burst, and the extension of range. It's there, it's strong. And once it all gets normalized, if you get a high range arc AR, hand cannon, it's going to do the same thing. The damage profile is going to have to be enough to have a TTK shift with that arc buddy damage. A lot do, but right now, it's the strongest it's ever been. Like, again, I promise you will mop some lobbies with it if you set it up like this. The current key is an arc high impact pulse, but if you don't have it, that's okay. Let your mind wander. Think of some combinations. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about all this down below. What are your thoughts on it? Thank you for watching. And until the next one, I am CoolGuy.